What's up guys, here we have our 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner back on the channel, and we are getting ready to finish this car up and get it out to Wekfest to be in the I Am America booth. Thanks to Tommy for inviting us out with this car. Check this out. We are getting ready for Wekfest. That is on October 15th on Sunday. So we are bringing this car out there to be in the I Am America booth. For those of you that don't know, Wekfest is a huge car show. They bring out some of the top quality cars in the JDM market and also the European market from we have seen. And why are we taking this Mopar? Because Tommy from I Am America, his whole purpose behind his event that he's gonna throw in August of next year at the Anaheim Convention Center is to bring the top quality builds of all different styles of cars. So you'll have your domestics, you'll have your off-road, you'll have your overland, you'll have JDM cars, you'll have European cars. He wants to bring out the top cars and make it a show for everybody in the car culture and truck culture, and with the ability to win prizes, not only for the guys bringing their cars into the event, but also for the spectators. So that way it keeps everybody engaged in the show throughout the entire show. You have things to do, you have raffles to win, and if you're not physically there at the event and with your raffle ticket, you don't get to take home that prize.
Nothing for you.
It's a new style of event, and it's awesome that he's trying to bring together all these makes and models so that way it's more diverse in what you see. It's not your typical like, oh, I've seen that car before online, or I've seen it at this meet and then this other meet and this meet. It's the best of the best builds all brought out under one roof. Thanks to Tommy and Wekfest. This next Wekfest show is inside as well, which is awesome. But Tommy's event at I Am America in August of next year is going to be in the Anaheim Convention Center. You'll be sure to see more of our cars there because we are going to have a booth there for Just Driven, and this car is eventually going to be for sale. 6.4 liter SRT8 motor, naturally aspirated, makes all the right noises. This has 3 pedals, 6-speed manual, and it's just stunning. Wait till you see it with the cover off. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and dive into those details and where it's at now, getting ready for that event. We added some modification to the rear taillight panel that you can slightly see under the cover. The front end is getting prepped right now to have a custom cowl stripe. It's not your traditional paint stripe kit. The other things that we had to address is the wheels not fitting properly. I'm concerned they're gonna rub back. It is. I told you, you didn't clearance the body enough. When we originally designed the wheels for this car, we went extremely aggressive. Now, we did have to do some modifications to the front fenders to get everything to fit and make some new fender brackets so the wheel and tire is clearanced. Along with that, we did have to realign the whole front end of the car in terms of the body and the suspension.
What Joe ended up doing was he ended up making this cut here, and then when it comes back from the alignment, the next plan moving forward is to possibly pull this fender out a little bit.
Mechanically, the suspension has been realigned and fitted properly to the car, and I can't stress enough how you should go to a proper alignment shop, because our alignment was completely out of whack on this car. Caster numbers were like 9 degrees on one side and 1 degree on the other, and we had done no mechanical changes since the car was previously aligned. We were just constantly wondering why the wheels were touching on one side and not the other. On the rear, we couldn't even make it down the dip of our driveway. As the 4-link articulated in the rear, the wheel and tire was actually touching the outer quarter edge. Even with the modifications that Adrian did to the quarters of this car in a previous video, we were still having clearance issues. So we head on back to VR Wheels, get these rebarreled, change the tire size in the rear. So now we are on a 9.5-inch wide rim square, but still on an 18 and 20-inch stagger from front to rear. Everything fits, everything clears. There is no rubbing. The articulation, everything is spot on now. We've already driven it up and down the street, in and out of our driveway. We don't have to be as careful as we needed to be previously because we were worried about buckling the fenders or rubbing the quarter too hard. Car's good to go. That has been taken care of. Let's get on into the interior and show you guys that. Probably the only thing we have not done in-house is actually putting on the upholstery. As of now, the interior is completely buttoned up and installed. All the rear upholstery is done. There is a custom trans tunnel console that is fabricated. We did have Adrian fabricate the center tunnel and a lot of the other parts that needed to be fitted into the interior. It does have a set of new RTX Dakota digital gauges that is a retro modern. So it is the works and finish of a new style gauge, but the design of the 1970s. Now that all sits behind a factory instrument panel that is still able to be purchased new through companies like Classic Industries. The metal dash panel of the car's factory dash was repainted to match the exterior body color. It does have a new dash pad top that is also that electric blue that you're gonna see with the rest of the interior right now. We always get factory Mazda RX-8 seats. Those are then stripped, modified, and made to fit like it's factory in this car. We had the upholstery done in that nice electric blue leather and vinyl mixture throughout the interior with some cloth interior inserts that are also matching in that electric blue. This car fits everybody from essentially I think 5'5" or 5'7" in height all the way up to 6'3", 6'4". We wanted this car to be comfortable and very user-friendly. So there is a 4-power window kit in this car, and it also has a vintage air in-dash box system. So the evaporator and the heater element is all underneath the dash. There's no hoses running all over the place. There's no excess amount of wires all over the place. Everything is a very stealth look in the bay in terms of the stuff that you don't generally want to see. All right, so why am I so stoked on this car? This thing has come a long way. Me and Daryl bought this from this guy's backyard way back when. It had the motor pulled out, sent to a machine shop. That machine shop went under, everything got seized and confiscated for paying back old bills or whatever. Guy never got his motor back. Car just sat in his backyard with no drivetrain, essentially just a trans and a diff. We knew that we were going to restore this car at one point, and this is a full-on rotisserie restoration by us in-house. I got to pick essentially every part that has been on this car is handpicked by me in conjunction with everybody in the team here to make sure that this is where we want it to be in the end. Our ultimate end goal for this car was to show it off and to be able to offer it for sale. So this might be on Bring a Trailer, or if from the events that we go to there is a strong enough offer, this car is going to go to a good home. It is top-notch quality built, but it was meant to be driven.
It's got power.
Okay.
It's got power, my friend.
But why don't I have power?
Because it maybe doesn't have the ground. Ever? Which one is the ground? These are 2 grounds. Take it out. No ground.
So that's the missing ground?
That's the missing ground.
Okay, so we gotta choose. Oh, it's right here, dude.
You say that, dude? I told you.
You suck.
No, I seriously don't suck.
Yeah. That's your fault.
No, I told you it was at 3rd ground. Kitten, didn't I say there is 3 ground?
I didn't hear it.
Don't agree.
Didn't hear it.
Your legs
I
are
don't know.
gonna be broken.
I wasn't paying attention.